Hi, everybody. Can you guys see me? This is Bonnie Schneider. I'm here at MSNBC at the Weather Center, and I thought I would give you all a little bit of weather for today. I have never done this on my phone, so bear with me here. Hang on. Okay. Usually I have somebody helping me with this. So I want to take a look at what's happening with weather. Can you see this radar picture here? So what we're looking at, unfortunately, is still the threat for more flooding. You can see that we definitely have a lot of rain working its way through the St. Louis area, heading towards Illinois into Carbondale. We're also watching for this rain to work its way through areas further to the west as well, to the east rather, excuse me. So heavy rain, we've got a big flood threat that's ahead for a good portion of Indiana and unfortunately for West Virginia, and that means that we're looking at the threat for flooding in the areas that saw the flooding just recently around June 24th. So with that said, the flash flood watch for West Virginia will begin at dawn on Monday. Thanks for all the hearts. Does anyone have any questions? Will we have rain in Seattle tomorrow? No, I think you're going to be fine in Seattle. Temperatures are actually cooler in Seattle. I'm going to show you your forecast in a moment. I feel like I look very shiny here in this light. All right, let's talk about what else is going on weather-wise. Here's your fireworks forecast. So depending on where you're watching the fireworks, can anyone tell me where you're going to be to watch the fireworks? Anyone? Yes, Rick is saying there was 5 inches of rain in Kansas City. It was actually a record yesterday for rainfall in Kansas City, 4.33 inches. So that was a record for that date. Let's take a look at the forecast. I don't know if you can see behind me, but it's interesting. Depending on where you are, you can have lots of different variances for weather. So for Dallas, we're looking at hot and humid weather, 85 degrees, really sticky out there. At Dallas, you're under a heat advisory. And Chicago. Anybody going to the Navy Pier to watch the fireworks in Chicago? Looks like you're going to see really nice conditions there. We've got partly cloudy skies, 73 degrees. Pretty nice out there for Chicago. Okay, so this is the tricky one. West Lawn of the Capitol, 4th of July celebration in Washington, D.C. Storms. 70% chance of storms, unfortunately, for the 4th. So where are you guys headed to watch the fireworks? Someone says St. Augustine, and Cajun Surfer says Louisiana. You've got a lot of heat building in Louisiana for sure over the next week or so. You can see where I am right now. That's my purse. I'm in MSNBC, where I've been doing the weather all weekend, and tomorrow and Tuesday I'll be filling in for Bill Cairns on early today on NBC, and the show's on MSNBC, so make sure you watch. Okay, so we've got somebody from Omaha, Nebraska. Where do you watch the fireworks in Omaha? I'd love to hear about that. Thanks for all the hearts coming through. This is one of my first lone Periscopes. It's my first one out of New York City, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so we talked about the fireworks. Now let's talk about the heat and humidity. Anybody out in the South, in the deep heart of the South? Well, unfortunately, you're dealing with heat and humidity, really, really oppressive temperatures. I mean, this is incredible. Little Rock, Birmingham, I don't know if you can see that okay. New Orleans, it feels like it's 105 degrees. I think there was somebody from New Orleans, right? 91 with a heat index of 105. That is really hot. Columbia, South Carolina also feels like it's over 100. Ooh, it's going to be hot out there. So today in Dallas, it feels like it's 108 degrees. I mean, that's incredible. Jay says I know him. Yes, I do. In Memphis. Dealing with a lot of heat there in Memphis for sure. Alexandria in Louisiana. One of the places I think I went to interview for a job many, many years ago. 94 degrees, but it feels like it's 104. So really hot weather there. And in Tampa, it feels like it's 100. Now the question is, will this heat remain? And the answer is, unfortunately, it will remain. We're looking at the hot weather for the next few days. So here we are. This is where I am in BC. Of course, it's probably looking backwards to you on your screen there. Sorry about that. But Dallas, your temperatures this week are all in the triple digits, 108, 106, 105 Wednesday and Thursday. And Columbus, Georgia, wow, up to 100 degrees. So we're looking at this stretch of heat for the South that's going to last day after day, pretty much all week. And it's even going to be hot over the weekend, too. It's really hot. So you're going to have a lot to take your precautions. Even in Florida, where you might be used to the heat, the high temperature is 106. That's the heat index, rather. So we're looking at some really hot weather. How about on the West Coast? Anybody watching from the West Coast? Anybody? Okay, so San Francisco, what's interesting is your 4th of July, you're actually going to be cooler than normal. 63 degrees, that's 6 degrees below average for San Francisco. And Los Angeles, 73 degrees, that is also 6 degrees below average, so cooler on the west coast. Portland, also nice and cool. You had a stretch of warm weather in June, but now you're looking at 75 for your 4th of July, so that's not bad at all. Keep the hearts coming. More hearts, more hearts. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So Colorado, 73. Wow, that's nice. So it is going to be cooler in some places, but a lot of places, of course, it is going to be above normal. So let's take a look at the 4th of July. I don't know if you can see these graphics I made here. See, it's a lot of fun. So as I was saying, the 4th of July, what we're looking at, some nice conditions, but keep in mind, Washington, D.C., you're looking at some stormy weather. The potential for that, and I hate to say that because I know that there's a lot of festivities planned in our nation's capital, but that's what we're looking at. And some Harp 92 says hello, hello, hello. Thanks for joining me on Periscope. 79 degrees in Chicago for the 4th. That looks pretty good, but it's not going to be spectacular in the Northeast. We've had a stretch of much cooler weather over the past couple of days. I've been up here in New York, staying in Rockefeller Center, and the weather's been fantastic. 84 degrees for your 4th. And in Boston, we'll look for 87 degrees. Nice, nice. You went to the Charles River on the Esplanade? I used to live up there, and it's such a nice thing to watch the symphony and the fireworks. They coordinate it all. It's really, really nice. So let's talk a little bit about Phoenix. So Phoenix, you're still looking at hot temperatures, 109 for your 4th of July. And back to the rain. So just to show you what we've been dealing with, record rainfall in Kansas City yesterday, 4.33 inches. But now we're watching for the potential for flooding into St. Louis, where there's a flash flood watch in effect till tomorrow morning. And flash flooding is possible all the way eastward, so across central and southern Indiana and on into West Virginia, which is unfortunate because it's where we had all the big floods just recently. How is the upper Midwest looking next week? Looks pretty good, Jay, but the lower Midwest is not. Okay, I think that we're just about done to wrap up this Periscope on the 4th of July. You can see I'm in the MSNBC Weather Center. I just gave you a panoramic view. We're doing some construction here, so it's a little hard to see what's going on. But anyone have any other last questions before I wrap it up? Nope. I see people joining, but I don't see any questions. Well, what are you guys doing on the 4th? 4th of July plans? Where are you watching the fireworks? Guess where I'll be watching them. I'll be sleeping because I have to wake up early on Tuesday. Okay, well, that'll be it for this Periscope. I'll probably do something on Facebook soon. And I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. Maybe I'll even do another one tomorrow if I'm not too tired from waking up at midnight. Anyway, you can watch NBC at 4 a.m. tomorrow. I'll be on early today, and then First Look at 5 a.m., I believe, and then Morning Joe on MSNBC. So I'm filling in for Bill Monday and Tuesday. Thanks for joining my Periscope, and hope you guys have a great 4th.